This is Mama and Me Movie Time. I'm Mama.
And I'm me. I mean Penelope.
This is a podcast where Penelope and her mom talk about something we both love, which is movies.
Yay!
For our first episode today, Penelope and I are going to just talk a little bit about our relationship to movies before we start talking about specific movies in other episodes. Penelope and I have drafted some questions, and we're going to answer the questions, but we're also going to just talk a little bit and have a fun conversation because we like to talk to each other.
Yippers! I also love reading.
Yes, you do. You do. Where this is one about movies, not reading. But Mama, Mama reads a lot about movies.
Yeah.
Why do I read so much about movies?
You're studying horror.
Yeah, but I don't just study horror films. I study... horror is my focus, but I study movies or cinema in general, right?
Yep.
But we won't get into that too much today. Instead, let's start with our first question. Penelope, can you read our first question we're going to talk about?
What are your top four movies on Letterboxd?
What are your top 4 movies on Letterboxd? For people who don't know, Letterboxd is a platform kind of like Goodreads. So Goodreads is where you can go log the books you read and see the books your friend reads. And Letterboxd is like that. So you can log and review the movies that you watch.
Yeah.
And Penelope has an account that I monitor for her on Letterboxd. And I also have an account. And a famous thing on Letterboxd is that you put your top 4 movies on the top of your profile. So my top 4 movies... on my profile, I don't remember the order, but I can tell you that the movies are The Royal Tenenbaums, directed by Wes Anderson, which is a dramatic comedy about a dysfunctional family. Also, Memories of Murder, directed by Bong Joon-ho, which is what it sounds like. It's a neo-noir set in South Korea in the 1980s. And it's really good. Hellraiser, directed by Clive Barker, which is a horror film about basically these demons that come out of a puzzle box. And then Phantom of the Paradise, directed by Brian De Palma, and that is a rock musical adaptation of Phantom of the Opera and Faust. There are many other movies I love. Those are just 4 that are important to me. Will you tell me what your top 4 are on Letterboxd?
My top 4 is Howl's Moving Castle, Raya and the Last Dragon, Trolls Band Together, and Buster Keaton on 1 Week.
Buster Keaton 1 Week. A good one. I love Buster Keaton.
Me too.
Why did you pick those 4 for your top 4?
A for Buster Keaton is because it's very funny.
Yeah, he's so
funny.
B,
it's because perfect kids movie.
Perfect kids movie?
Just perfect.
1 Week is a perfect kids movie?
Yes.
Do you think that other kids should watch Buster Keaton?
Yes.
Yeah, he's very funny. What does he do that's so funny?
So, the funniest thing I think that happens is when he tricks Amanda into walking out of the house, but it was on the second floor. Yeah,
Buster Keaton does a lot of physical comedy, so that means he does funny things with his body.
Got it.
So things like falling over in a silly way or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why do you have Raya and the Last Dragon on there?
Because I feel like Raya is like a symbol of like how much she cares for the dragons and how much she feels like they should have equal rights and how much she feels like we just have to save the dragons and all the people.
So you admire...
And how much she cares about her dad.
Yeah.
A bunch. I love father and child relationships. They're very sweet.
Yeah, you have a good relationship with your dad.
Yep.
That's awesome. So let's go to our second question.
Okay.
Do you want to read it?
Mm-hmm. Why do you love movies?
Why do you love movies? What a great question. Can you answer this one first?
Yeah. Why do you love movies is because, if we didn't have movies, then there would be no other entertainment.
Well, that's not true. There's music and books.
I mean, what if music and books and all the other entertainments were not invented yet.
Okay.
And there's no movies.
Okay.
The whole world would just be boring. No entertainment and nothing fun.
So you like movies because they're entertaining and fun.
Yeah, and also we won't have YouTube or Wi-Fi.
Okay. So you like movies because they entertain you. They're fun for you.
Yeah, and some of them are mostly funny.
Yeah.
Also,
whisper loud.
What I mean is like Buster Keaton is the you and funny.
Buster Keaton's the you and funny. You've been saying
Buster
this
Keaton
a lot
1
recently.
week.
He's very funny. But there's lots of other funny. So you like funny movies.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a second.
Got it.
I love movies because there's a lot of reasons. I love watching movies because I like sharing them with people that I care about. And I also have a lot of appreciation for the craft of how people make movies. And I like seeing them as a piece of art. I also like thinking about how movies are made and what those movies show us about the society we live in and our cultural and political values. And I like thinking about, the form of movies. So the things that make up the movie, the different shots, the soundtrack, the special effects, the production design, so the costumes, the set, and what all of these things can tell us about what I already said about the audience. Thank you for the kiss. About the audience and the culture that are engaging with it.
Okay. So the next question is, who do you like to watch movies with? And it's easy. It's Mom.
It's Penelope. I love watching movies with you.
And I always love it when Mom takes me to the movie theater.
Yeah, taking you to the movie theater is one of my favorite things to do.
Same!
I love...
Who knew we had so much in common?
Yeah, I did. I love going to the movies. I love going to the theater in general, and I don't get to do it as much as I used to. But I love taking you to the movie theater because you get so excited and so invested in the movie. Like sometimes during tense parts, you'll jump out of your chair and you just get so into it when it's on the big screen.
I also love the popcorn.
Yeah, the popcorn's
popcorn
good.
is the best.
True.
I just feel like I want to marry the popcorn whenever I eat it.
There's other people though. I like watching movies with your dad. I have.
I think it meant your number one person.
Your number one person. Well, we can say other people too. I love watching movies with your dad. I like watching movies with my different friends who like movies. Like I love going with my friend Liz to the movie theater. Or Travis. People who like to talk about movies.
I miss Travis.
Yeah, me too.
Ever since he moved away. Now I can't even see him in person.
I know.
The only time I could see him, and anywhere I could see him, is on the phone.
But a lot of the reason that I like to watch movies is because I want to talk to people about them.
And my same answer to that is because I just like movies and I like being with people to watch movies. Because then I would have all the fun.
Do you want to give us our next question?
Okay, so our next question is, what kind of movie do you like?
What kind of movies do you
like? I like entertainment movies and Disney and fictional.
So you like Disney movies?
Fiction.
What kind of genre do you like? Like, do you like fantasy, science fiction? Do you like funny movies, like comedies?
Comedy, fantasy.
You watch a lot of animated movies. Yeah, you like animation.
I also love Disney.
Yeah, I know you love Disney movies. I like horror movies a lot. So as we already said, that's don't make a stink face.
What? I don't like horror because I can't even watch it.
You don't like
scary
scary movies, yeah. But I love scary movies. I study them.
What we will say when we hear the actual recording?
I don't know. But there's a lot of movies I like. I really like science fiction movies too. I watch those with your dad. And I like comedies. I like movies that make me laugh.
Me too. Who knew we had so much in common?
We do. We have so much in common.
Next question is, what movies are you looking forward to watching soon? The answer is Wicked or Moana.
Wicked and Moana. Yeah, Nini and I are going to take you to go see Wicked soon. Huh?
Yay!
And then we'll see Moana too. I'm obviously looking forward to going to movies with you.
Got it.
And then I'm looking forward to Nosferatu. So this director I like, David Eggers, he's putting out a new adaptation of what a lot of people call the first horror film, which is a movie about a vampire called Nosferatu. Yeah, you don't have to see it. It'll be a bit scary. All right, and our last question. So, Penny, for your thoughts, this time, Penelope, what movie do you recommend to our listeners?
I recommend either Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, My Neighbor Totoro, One Piece, Raya and the Last Dragon.
Well, we can just do a couple. So it sounds like you're recommending Studio Ghibli movies to our viewers, our listeners.
Yeah.
So, of those, which one do you think they should watch?
Spirited Away.
Spirited Away.
It makes my heart melt sometimes.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful movie.
Me too.
Since
Wait,
it's
why do I always say me too?
It's okay. Since it's the holiday season, I'm going to recommend Muppet Christmas Carol.
Whoa.
We just watched it recently after we put up our Christmas tree. It's my favorite Christmas movie.
Wake up.
And it always just puts me in a warm mood, in a good mood. Makes my heart happy.
Huh. Now I kind of feel like crying, but
what should
I don't know if I'm gonna cry.
What should our sign off be? Like, what should we say at the end of our podcast?
Bye, and I
go watch some movies. Should we say go watch
the movies and have a good time?
Go watch some movies and have a good time.
Bye.
Bye.
Press a button.